Welcome back to Shenanigans, everybody. Big bear running across the screen. So, you're all in the bar. The front door is still wide open. Niarb is on top of the bar. Everyone else is inside of it. These weird, shadowy, bubbly thingies have been evaporating all over the place. Iwani is wounded.
But I have a lot of honey on my chest, so it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody close the front door. Keep an eye out in case these things ooze under the door. There's at least 2 more in the upper floor, so keep an eye on the stairs. I'll go get some more, some of Bessie's milk. I've heard it has restorative properties.
I'll go with you. Maybe
Aaron
went and made friends with Bessie. I pick up my lantern and make to follow you.
It sounds so gross. You're just like, let's go get some Bessie's milk. You're covered in honey. Let's go get some milk.
All right, so does somebody close the front door?
I'll close the front door.
Okay.
Yeah, you brought the lantern inside, right?
No, I have it with me because I can't see in the dark.
Okay. I'm gonna stay with the light.
That's the only light source in here? Is the one lantern?
One
Well,
lantern.
and your
The
rock
fireplace has some wood burning in it still. Not much, though.
Yeah, I mean, there would have been enough light in here for mopping.
Yeah, but the lantern is the most of the light that you had for mopping.
All right. Why don't...
Sorry.
I was going to say, Leo, why don't you light some light sources in here while Mr. Necessities keeps an eye on both the stairs and the front and back door with his longbow ready and an arrow notched while I get some of that restorative milk.
I was just going to put some more wood on the fire and then have a drink, but we'll do that. Let's do that. Your plan seems a lot better.
All right. So I'll take Alwini down to the...
Yeah, sure. I follow you. This seems like a good enough plan to find my horse, so I follow you with the lantern.
All right.
I follow you with lantern and offhand. Well, I guess I'm ambidextrous. Doesn't really matter. But, I have the lantern in one hand, sling in the other.
Okay. This is an old kobold folk remedy. There's, things you have to do as well to make it really work. So do we find some more of Bessie's milk?
No, Bessie's milk comes fresh every day and gets consumed over the course of the day. There's never any leftovers.
I just drank some earlier.
When did you drink some?
But I specifically told you, I went in there and I was like, mother's milk. And there was comments of me being creepy.
Yes,
it was
yes,
the whole thing.
I do recall that now that you mention it. Well, that must have been the very end of Bessie's milk, because there's not a lot.
In there,
It's popular stuff, so you must have finished it off right then and there.
All right, so is there other milk?
Yeah, lots of it.
Okay. When he's not going to know the difference. I'll get some other milk.
It's good enough.
We're going to dab this on the wounds, and then there's special kobold words that will help it to be restorative. All right, so I'll pour some of the milk on the wounds. I'll say some gobbledygook, and I'm going to slip a CLW spell into the gobbledygook.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'll translate. Soft kitty, warm, little ball of fur.
Okay, why don't you roll for that CLW?
So now at 3 hit points, right?
Yep.
God damn it, I've only got 1 left.
You can save it.
Are you able to do lots of useful things and fight from a range?
Full of rage, no, but I am quite proficient with these rapiers.
Yeah. The rapiers are a recipe for another CLW down, though. mean,
I have a sling and
or
these
milk.
rapiers and my horse Mellingar.
The sling would be good. I don't think you have a horse in this dimension, though.
I'm sure she must be here somewhere. We must find her.
I don't think she's in this dimension.
Well, of course she is. She was just in the stables.
Yeah, but we're not in that dimension anymore. Will you promise just to use your sling and not try to melee anything?
I suppose.
Okay, we'll save this last bit of milk because there's only one more dose of milk for somebody who needs it. That will really help if you don't charge into melee and roll around in an enemy anymore.
I pout, but I consent.
Okay. So let's head back up.
Okay.
Have they been keeping a good eye on everything?
Yeah,
I
so,
think so.
what you see before you is the layout of Shenanigans.
Slightly
running across
different with the table where it normally wouldn't be.
Right, this doesn't have tables listed on it.
No.
Unfortunately. Can't stop the bears from running across the screen. There's too many of them. Alright. So this is your layout. The bar is this long gray thing over here, clearly. The squares are doors. This is a fireplace. And these black things are columns to help hold up the roof. X.
We can be flanked easily here. There's 3 different entrances. I didn't know there was a 3rd entrance to Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Should be right, mate.
Be about taking the 2nd floor because we can also be flanked by things coming in the 2nd floor. It's just too easy to be surrounded.
Yeah.
Whereas if we
Right
take
now-
the 2nd floor, there's only one real entrance up the stairs, much more defensible.
Right now, I'm behind the bar right here. Or it's not thinking how I want it to.
Okay.
So that way I can see the stairs and all of the doors.
Okay.
Where would the fireplace be? Is
The
it
fire-
the black?
Yeah, it's this thing over here.
Yeah, I'd be standing somewhere there.
Mr. Necessities, are you pretty fast? And you seem pretty tough, right?
Yeah, I think I'm fast and tough.
Perhaps while the rest of us have slings and arrows of our misfortunes aimed at the top of the stairs, why don't you run up, open the door, and run back down before anything that's on the other side of the door might be able to attack you. And then we'll take out these things as they come up, as they come at us. Actually, if you could set the lantern on a step where it's not going to get hit by the door so that we have light in order to shoot at the things, that would be good.
That would be ideal.
I'm just a silly kobold, and these ideas probably have no merit.
Yeah, you do seem smarter in this place, whatever it is. Maybe kobolds aren't dumb here.
That would truly be a strange dimension indeed.
Yeah, I'll take the lantern and get ready at the foot of the stairs. And I'm going to race up to the top, open the door, and set the lantern down. And
Set the lantern down first.
I'm going to hold it because my plan is to open the door so then that way we can see through the hallway as well. If it's on the same level, because otherwise it will miss a lot of light.
There were things up there. They might be right on the other side of the door. You should probably run down as fast as possible so that you don't get melee. There's only one more dose of milk left.
So, you're gonna run upstairs, open the door upstairs, and then run back down?
Yeah.
And where are you putting the lantern?
I want it to be on the same level as the stair. Like, I don't want it to get knocked off by opening the door or whatever, but I want it to be somewhat so that it's shining on the same level as the landing for the top floor.
So do you want to shine down the stairs or in the hallway? Like, at the top of the
Both.
stairs, do you want the light going this direction or this direction? Oh, I guess it's a lantern. It shines in all directions.
It should be both, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want it to be so that it's on floor level of the second floor, so that way, like, it shines all the way into the hallway, but then it will still shine down the stairs.
Sure. So you get up there, you set the lantern down, you open the door.
Get the sling going, ready to
back.
Okay.
Basically, my plan is to open the door, and as I do, like, jump backwards down the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds like a bad idea, but let's do this.
You're not surprised that there's something on the other side waiting for you, but what's on the other side is different than these little puddles before. This is a roughly man-sized, silhouetted person with long arms that reach past its knees. There's not really any details to it. It's just kind of like a shadowy figure. And as you open the door, it kind of opens through the figure, and it reaches out a long-fingered hand towards you. I'll give you a bonus to your AC for already being ready to dodge it. It misses, but make me a dex check as you jump down the stairs.
Okay.
Come on, ace it. Otherwise, it's going to be an epic doodle.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
You tumble
think I
down the
do, like, a
stairs
backflip.
gracefully.
Like,
Do a flip.
All right. You start
do
to
a barrel roll.
You scurry down the stairs. The lantern light up there gives you a good view of anything that might come out. But a moment passes and nothing does.
We can see this thing though, right?
yeah.
No, it didn't come out. It didn't come through the door. The door
But
would be.
the lantern's up there so we can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that the point?
Oh yeah, you can
No,
see the lantern,
I-
but the doorway, that wasn't clear before, is like right here. Doesn't make
Oh,
sense
okay.
with my conceptual
Yeah,
design of
that's what I do.
Shenanigans, though.
Okay.
Would you like me to lead as we go up and go check this thing out?
Let's do it. Yes.
Perhaps,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
I'm going to have my battle axe ready.
Okay.
I'm going
So
to use...
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go the battle axe. I don't think a two-handed axe would be ideal for swinging in a small space. I don't think you boys want to be targets. So I'll lead up the stairs. Stack up. If we're going to all fall down, we'll all fall down.
These downstairs doors, are they all open or closed?
I believe we closed them all.
We closed them.
Did we lose Rob? No.
I think so.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
All right. That lost. I'm back now.
Yes.
Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes.
All right. Hello. Perhaps before we go up, we should find alcohol that they have here at Shenanigans and make Molotovs. That might be effective way to fight these kind of things. And I have a feeling that no matter how big a fire we set and how many Molotovs we throw around, Shenanigans won't burn down. It's just a feeling.
It's in the rules, isn't it?
Yeah. Shenanigans is always safe. It's magic.
The rules is it has plot armor, but that plot armor manifests in many different ways. If you try to burn it down, you might get burned down instead. The bar will survive. I can't promise you will. So...
Lead the way, Millman. I'm excited for this adventure. Let's kill this thing.
Perhaps we should have fire handy as a ranged weapon. Or a way to fight these things, or if we need to fight several of them, or it just seems like a good idea to have all our offensive options at the ready. Even if we just throw them off the balcony at gathering forces outside.
All right, by all means, make your Molotovs, but I'm ready. Let's use the sling. And maybe these swords.
How many decent Molotovs can we make? I mean, obviously, cheap beer is not going to work. So whatever, using the best, the highest proof alcohol. What? How many Molotovs?
You can get a lot.
I was gonna say, I think during the rabbit invasion, we made like a lot of Molotovs.
Yeah. This is an adventurer's bar, so there's a lot of hard liquor here. So you can make more Molotovs than you will throw over this session.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
This is shenanigans.
Wasting good liquor.
Well, but it's only in this dimension.
Oh, that's okay then.
So why don't we make 5 Molotovs each?
Yeah.
All right.
Since we can make as many as we need.
I think that the way that Bear Necessities or Mr. Necessities is making these Molotovs is he grabs one bottle, he makes it a Molotov, he grabs another bottle, he's drinking that while finishing making the first Molotov, and then he drinks, and then kind of every other bottle.
In order to rapidly light these and for light sources, does anybody here use a shield?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay. So you could carry torches for rapid lighting of Molotovs. I'll carry one too. Is there, now you mentioned, Neil, that chewing gum was a thing that was becoming popular at one point.
Yeah, one point, once upon a time.
Do they have, yes, and therefore became canon. Do they have any here in the bar?
No.
I look under the tables.
Oh, you would.
You find a couple of pieces of chewing gum, but only a couple.
I glob them together. I go back behind the bar. I pull out, where they can't see me, I pull out the continual light rock, stick it into the chewing gum wad.
You're not going to be able to stick it into the chewing gum wad until you chew the gum yourself. It's dry and hard.
I'll wet it with some...
You know that doesn't work, Rob. Once gum is hardened, the only way to get it soft is to chew on it for a good 5 or 10 minutes.
No, Mr. Necessities. I found some gum. You'll need to chew it to get it sticky again.
I don't like gum. I prefer honey.
I think this is honey flavored gum.
I just don't like it because you can't swallow it, and I like to be able to swallow it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Necessities. I didn't know that you were fond of swallowing.
Yes.
Alwini, do you swallow?
Chewing gum? No. No, you don't swallow chewing gum.
Here you go. We need this
What else
chewing.
is in my mouth? That's disgusting. Might have cooties.
All right. What else? What other options do we have here for this?
Oh, you're not going to ask Leo, huh?
You're gonna look around the room. You're like, I ain't chewing that.
I'm looking around. Is there any? I was just basically gonna try to like make a mining light and like stick the chewing gum into somebody's hair with the continual light stuck in it, so that we have a light source that doesn't get dropped.
We'll
Like
get
a mining light.
If you need something sticky, though, I do have lots of honey.
I don't think that'll be enough to secure.
There is like drying honey in globs on my chest with like blood and milk.
While you're standing there, I'm like scraping a little bit off and eating it.
Can I see any other way to secure this? Just looking at their hats or anything, any way to secure this without having to chew the pre-chewed.
Chew the gum. Just stop fighting. Just chew the gum.
What sort of game would it be if I solved this problem for you, Rob?
Is there anything else appropriately sticky in the bar? I'm trying to think. I came up with chewing gum. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, but you just don't want to chew
It
it.
was a callback. It was a callback too.
Yeah, but you're a kobold. You eat filthy things for breakfast, and you don't want to chew this gum?
Hey Rob, I've got a solution.
Yes.
We'll get you to put your head back. We'll put the stone there, and then we'll drip wax, and it'll stick it to your head.
Yes, you're a kobold. You don't feel pain either. You love when people kick you.
Excellent idea, but see if the light source is down low with here, it won't be very effective. It'll have a much greater radius if it's.
You can sit on my shoulders.
I was about to say, sit on somebody's shoulders. I'm
Yes.
obviously short too, so it's not going to help. So,
Okay, so
It will be just like that bridge. I'll carry you on my shoulders.
now, Mr. Necessities, you're the strongest, fiercest warrior among us, right? Whereas as a kobold, I'm likely to go hide. It's just what we do. We're not very brave. So I think it should be up in your head. The wax is an excellent idea. I should have thought of that.
you're
And
welcome.
we'll just put it in your hair and then stick the continual light stone in there. It's really lucky that they had it here in Shenanigans behind the bar. I think they probably forgot. And we'll deny they had it if asked later once we return.
Well,
So-
for the good of the party, let's get
It's
this
better
going.
than chewing gum. All right, so we'll wax this stone into Mr. Necessity's hair in front.
Nice. Mr. Necessities, your hair is covered in candle wax and has a
Yeah.
magic rock in it.
You're so
And
dull right now.
It smells like sage.
Yes, I'm assuming it also probably burns quite a bit.
Yes. No
That's a
damage, but
Yes, pain.
pain. All right.
I feel like another character might have done this recreationally.
While all this is going on, you begin to hear a scratching at the front door.
Who is it? I think we're closed at the moment. Come back tomorrow. Just stand there listening for a reply.
No answer, but the scratching continues.
We should move up.
Do you think it's a doggy? Perhaps some dog needs to be kennelled. Should we let
I
it in?
think it's some unspeakable thing, much like we've seen before. We should move forward where there's only one front on which we need to fight. Upstairs, then we can close it. The door does seem to be holding them. Let's get moving, secure the top so that we're not attacked from many directions at once.
Do you think it's best to stay in this building, or would it be best to get somewhere
We're going to go
away from
up to
town?
get to the balcony. We can take a look around and then see if we need to move elsewhere, if there's a good reason to, and what the situation is. Right now, we're blind. We need information.
We're not
Okay.
blind. He has the rock in his hair. Like,
Yeah.
we're not blind at all.
Okay. I will head up the stairs first. Battle axe ready. Strike at whatever around the corner. I'm gonna try to keep my side to the wall of the stairs so that I'm on this top part.
Are there birds in your room?
Birds? No.
It sounds like there's birds coming from somebody.
Yeah.
You smell-
Maybe
you
outside.
smell burnt
I think
toast,
that
Neil?
window might be. Yeah.
It's way too early for birds here, so it's definitely not
I mean,
mine.
it's late. Yeah, my window's closed. I don't hear birds, but
No,
I don't know what you're talking about, Neil. Do you smell burnt toast too?
no, but Greg heard it too, right? I'm not
I heard
insane.
it. Yeah, I
Okay.
I
heard
thought
it.
it was a vacuum cleaner or something.
I thought I
Yeah,
heard
keep humoring him, Greg.
in
Probably.
the music maybe, but earlier, but
Oh.
not the spooky music. So
Doesn't matter. We'll keep going.
yeah.
Is that
Are the
coffee?
birds telling you anything, Neil? What do they want you to do?
Yeah.
They want me to
Choose
kill
the gun.
Niarb.
Yes. But I am going to be, I guess, on the side closest to the wall. So basically, I want to edge so that it's as difficult as possible for me to be seen.
As you go upstairs?
Yes, I'm keeping my side to the wall.
Okay.
So I'm inching along, and basically, when I get to the top, I want to be ready to basically turn the corner and swing with my axe. So, like, in one motion at where the thing was.
All right, you'll be making I'll give you -2 to hit because you're not entirely blind, but you are making it.
Okay.
You're starting your attack blind and then correcting partway through.
Okay. So
I thought I was going to lead for you.
And
Beautiful.
I completely missed my battle axe.
Your axe swings through the opening and smashes the handle smashes against the side of the door frame. Standing before you is still that tall shadow-like creature, although it's not directly there. It's kind of off to the side in the direction that your axe missed by, and it reaches out with both of its long, bony fingers for you.
Hugs.
And
I give you love.
you manage to back away at the last moment.
Okay. Does it come forward still, or is it staying in the hallway?
It stays in the hallway. Leo, you were not quite leading, apparently. You were following.
Yeah, I
Apparently
thought
not.
that
He
you were
just
leading,
walked off.
and I thought we put the light on me, so I was leading so we could see.
Alrighty, well, I'll be behind him then.
But
All right, so it goes
Yeah.
Mr. Necessities, Leo,
Irony.
Iwani, Niarb.
Yeah, he wants to be
I'm in
closest
the
to all
back.
the doors.
Yeah, cool. So Mr. Necessities, you're in point. You're in the door frame. It's all on you. Roll me initiative.
okay. I am going to. It's just plus size for throwing a Molotov at it.
Right.
Okay.
9. The thingy. No, you go first. Actually.
Okay. I guess I hand the Molotov over to be lit next to the torch that is being held, and I toss it at the creature.
Make me a roll to hit.
Okay.
It lands directly on the creature, and fire begins to spread. Roll me 2d6 points of damage. 2d4 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, wrecked.
Nice. The creature begins to hiss, but before it starts to evaporate and boil away, it just vanishes completely. However, the hallway is now on fire.
Oh, yay. We're
Quickly
batting the
grab blankets from the beds in the rooms and smother the fire.
I think you should stop, drop, and roll on it. Isn't that the thing we do?
Stop, drop, and
you
roll
only
some
do that when
blankets
you're
and
on
smother
fire.
the fire. Smother the fire before
Hey,
it spreads.
hey,
I will
only
run in,
you,
grab
only you
blankets.
can prevent forest fires.
Exactly
That's
right.
good thinking right there.
All right, I'm gonna run into one of the rooms and grab
Whoa,
blankets.
whoa, you're at the bottom of the staircase. There's 3 people in front of you.
Alright.
You can't get up there. Mr. Necessities is the only one that can act up in the front because there's a
Yeah.
doorway, and he's a big bear-like
Big
man.
I'm gonna
Alright,
take the
necessity.
wineskin that I have, and I'm gonna that's full of water, and I'm going to splash the fire.
Alright, you start to
It's an alcohol fire.
splash water on the alcohol fire,
Yes.
and it has no effect.
Huh, this fire's strong. It's not letting water take it out.
Throw blankets from the rooms on the fire. Deny it oxygen. It's one of the 3 points necessary for combustion.
But if you put blankets on the fire, they're just gonna catch on fire themselves.
I was about to say, he's just trying to fuel this fire. He wants us to all burn alive. The kobold is mad.
Dear God, did none of you study physics?
The front door begins to creak open behind you, Niarb.
I told you
And-
not to let them in.
Stepping into the room as another one of these tall, man-shaped shadow monsters with arms past its knees and fingers that extend almost to its ankles. It starts to...
Can we just leap over this fire at this point?
You can't, because you're stuck on the staircase. Mr. Necessities is up there. So
this
Run
creature enters the
forward
room
past
from
the
down the staircase, like down here.
yeah. exactly from there.
And we're up here. Can I just sling it from up here?
Absolutely. Why don't you and Nearb roll me initiative. Leo, you're a dwarf stuck between two man-sized creatures on the stairway. All you can see are butts and crotches right now.
I'm gonna lean to the side and be like, "Bar's closed. Come back tomorrow."
Nearb and Iwani, would you please roll me initiative?
7.
Uh, 7 and 9, and the creature goes at 7. So Iwani, you go as the creature makes its way to Nearb.
All right, I whip my sling bullet at it.
I'm attacked last. That's my one goddamn advantage.
You're the closest figure to it. You're the only one it can reach, Nearb.
Also, that only works in the other dimension, maybe.
Funny how that always works that way.
18 is a hit.
18's a hit for 4 points of damage from my sling bullet.
You drop it to the ground, but not before it reaches out to Nearb. And Nearb, what's your armor class?
11.
Oh, lucky, almost lucky you. You'd still get crit.
Correct.
Natural
Don't
20.
die. Come on, lizard man, survive for me.
Actually, it has a +2 to hit, so it's a double crit on Nearb, technically speaking. Nearb, you take 6 points of damage as this kind of ethereal coldness seeps through your shoulders, and you notice like dark purple streaks appear on your flesh where it reached into you, and your shoulder goes numb.
Which shoulder? Sling shoulder?
Left shoulder.
Left shoulder, so I can still sling.
Yes.
Alright, I try to do healing proficiency on myself immediately.
You didn't take any physical wounds. This is something else.
He's sucking the color out of you. You'll become one of us.
Somebody close the goddamn door quickly and bar it this time.
You're in the way.
I get
can't
out of the way. I'm not in the way. I'm a kobold. I'm barely there.
Okay, I just move past Nearb and go close the door, and I like take some bar stools and like wedge them up against each of the doors. Right, I make sure each of the 3 doors are closed. I wedge them shut with bar stools.
As you get to the door to shut the door, you see out in the street there are maybe a dozen of the little puddle things hopping its way towards you, and a few of the man-like things walking kind of jerkily in your direction.
I say, got quite a few of these fools down here. I'm gonna make sure to lock this door up, but if they get through, we're gonna deal with quite a number. And then
That's why we want to take the top of the stairs.
Throw a Molotov outside so that the outside the door is on fire, then close the door.
That's a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I open the door back up and throw a Molotov out there, which is clearly not lit because I don't have a torch. And then I close the door. And I
I'm just gonna stand there like.
If I recall from the bunny episode, there are windows.
Yes, each of the bedrooms has windows
Yes.
that look out over the street.
But we can't get upstairs. There's a bear-sized man.
Well,
in
no,
there.
I was going to say, so I think while that's going on, I'm going to go to one of the windows.
Okay, so hold on.
If only
You're
I
up
had
here
a
in the
squad of well-trained mercenaries and followed me through to this dimension.
You're up here. The hallway to your left is on fire.
Yes.
The hallway to your right is fine. There's a door in front of you and many doors to the left and right, but to the left is on fire. And you're
Is
where
the
are you
left to
going?
the side? Is the left this same side as the
Yes, that's the entrance.
door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna go further down because not the whole hall's on fire, so there's multiple rooms. So I want to go to a room that's not on fire, and then go through that window.
Okay, so this is roughly what the hallway looks like, and there's doors and rooms that kind of stick out, creating a balcony-like effect
Awesome.
over the front
Yeah.
of
You've lit in
Shenanigans.
the one area that we can't get into to go down that hole.
And there is
Mother the goddamn fire!
fire over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So where you're going?
I want to go, I guess, through this room. I want to try to go into this room and try to break a hole in between these rooms.
Wait, which room? You got to ping it.
That room.
One. Okay.
So I'm going to that room, and then I'm going to try to go through the walls around the fire.
Through the walls?
Yes, because they're wood walls. I'm going to just try to bust,
There's a door here.
through the wall
All right.
around the fire.
So you...
Yes.
You must, if you go through the wall, though, you must scream, "Oh yeah!"
All right. You open the door, get into the room in front of you. Leo, you can move. There's air. You can breathe. You see the fire to your left, which is now starting to rage out of control.
It doesn't smell like us anymore. I'm gonna go to the right and look for something to put on this fire.
Okay. Mr. Necessities, how are you going to break through the wall? What tools do you have to do this?
I think because it's just a wooden wall, and I have some mass. I think I'm just gonna try to charge at the wall and just
I was about to say,
break,
do I use my head?
shoulder it.
Okay. I think... Hold on. Let me see what roll you got to make for this one.
Okay.
Because it's not an open doors check. Maybe it's like an open, magically held doors would be the same as to bust through a wall. So, what is your strength?
1851.
You do not have a chance to open magically held doors. Maybe we should do...
Okay.
Let's do a bend bars, lift gates instead.
Okay.
So it's a D100. You need a 25 or lower.
Okay.
No.
I come nowhere close.
You throw yourself into the wall and just kind of bounce off of it and collapse on the ground. You're stunned for 1 round.
Okay.
Oh, wrecked.
All right, Leo.
Just ask for an axe.
You've gone to the right. There's a couple of doors on your left, a couple of doors on your right. There's a rug running along the length of the hallway, and there's various, pillows and blankets and beds.
I'm just going to take the whole rug and just throw it on top.
Okay. So the fire is on the ground, but it's also starting to come up onto the walls a little bit. You throw the hall rug on the floor, you'll probably end that bit of fire. But what about the fire on the walls?
Oh, I'm just going to pass it. Oh, well.
Down below.
So you're just going to use it as a runway and walk past it?
Yeah,
Nice.
just walk straight past.
All right, so
done.
the fire on the walls is clearly no longer alcohol. It's fuel. It's the actual fuel catching fire.
It's the wood, yeah.
So I'm going to grab, and I'm going to shout, "Grab water!" So I'll run to the kitchen, grab water, which there must be for making soup and blah blah blah. Some buckets of water. I'll get some water. I'll run up the stairs and throw actual water or soup if need be.
I was about to say, though,
the fire.
If you're a kobold, you're not going to be holding a lot of water, so you're really just holding a cup of water running.
I can haul up a bucket as best I can.
What's your
That might
strength,
be
Niar?
why the other people might be better.
I'm down here with
My
Niar,
strength
right?
is
I'll
7.
assist him to get the big pot of soup out of the kitchen.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go.
the water and save the soup.
So Iwani successfully barred the front door, barred the back door, was working on the kitchen door when Niarb comes in, trying to grab cups of water at a time. Because your arms are only so big. You can't probably even hold the whole pot. Right? Fuck kobolds and all.
We were just mopping. There's got to be a bucket of water.
There is a
I
bucket
tossed
of...
the
threw that
bucket of
on
water
the-
on one of the very first creatures.
Yes,
the
I'll
dog.
grab the bucket of water.
Alright. So, you got the bucket of water. Iwani's got the soup. The kitchen door is not yet barred, but the two of you head upstairs with soup and water in tow. Leo, you've crossed the fire. You are now down in the rest of the hallway.
I want to get into the room that's above the doorway.
Yes, done.
All right. Can I see what's out? Are they all flocking to the door?
It's very dark outside, and you don't have much of a light source, because Mr. Necessities is unconscious in the other room, or stunned, and the lantern's back behind you.
He's got an egg on his head, so to speak. So I'm going to throw a Molotov just straight down outside to see if I can light the area up with some fire.
Do you
And
have
I'm gonna light it?
You've got the torch, then, to light the Molotovs?
Yeah, I've got the
Okay.
torch.
Told everybody to take a
Lighted the
torch
fire
so they
earlier.
have shields.
Alright, so you toss the fire down there. So you hear some hissing sounds as one of the little puddles evaporates. and you have a fairly lit area of effect for a minute or two here. You see there's maybe 4 or 5 of the large man-shaped shadow monsters and dozens of the little puddle monsters kind of just like plopping around the city streets.
Okay. Well, any of them that are walking towards the actual bar itself and be like, bar's closed! Go home!
One of the man-sized things looks up towards you.
Can I throw a Molotov at him?
Yeah.
Alright.
Roll a hit.
What am I rolling for a Molotov?
Just do 20.
Alright, just roll 20. Oh, 2. Fail.
No. You completely miss it. It lands well behind the creature. The creature takes a couple of steps towards you, reaches out its arms, which then begin to elongate in your direction, stretching from maybe like 4-foot arms to like 12-foot arms, and they grab onto the windowsill that you're standing before.
Nah. Just pull the axe and just cut his fingers off straight up.
All right, roll me initiative against the creature. We have to go back to
17.
Iwan after this. It goes first. It's grabbed onto this, and it starts to pull itself forward and starts to crawl into the window. You get to go once it's already inside the room.
All right. Well, if it's still climbing up, like I want to get it as it's coming into the window. Obviously, it's coming into the room. I'm just gonna give it a good axing.
Give me a roll to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Roll me some damage.
Alrighty. Where's my damage roll? Come on, roll 20. Work with me here. I think 20 plus 2.
D8 plus 2?
D8 plus 2. Hold up.
Or D8 plus 3 if you're using it two-handed.
I can't have the torch in the other hand.
There you go.
8 plus. Is it plus 1 or 2? It was 2.
2 for
Plus
damage. Yeah.
9.
Nice. Your axe cleaves right through the shadow, and it kind of splits into 2 pieces and then billows away like mist. Let's switch back to Iwani and Niarb. Iwani and Niarb. You've made it to the top of the staircase.
Begin dousing the flames that are licking up the wall with soup and water.
All right. You've got soup and water all over everything. The fire is out on the inside. The whole area smells like stew.
It's a good
You
smell.
can hear Leo from the other room. It smells amazing in there.
Well, thank you. I never knew I was such a good cook.
Mr. Necessities, you come too.
Okay. I go back. I hear people in the hallway. I go out and look. I see the rug. And then I'm like, oh, that really works. I thought it was just one of those dumb things that this kobold says. I guess kobolds really are smarter here.
So, all 4 of you are upstairs now in this shadow realm.
So if this is a different dimension, does what we do here make a difference in the other one?
How would you know?
I'm asking the party.
Let's find out.
Because it seems like these things can get in even if we're up here. We can board everything. I think we might be better off just kind of setting fire to all of the buildings in town and burning it and then going to one of the places outside of town.
I feel
And
like
avoiding
this could be a mop bucket hallucination. We all just breathe in some really strong chemicals right now, and we're tripping balls. Everything we're actually attacking right now could be like town folk in the actual world. So I don't think we should burn the whole town down. This is actually a mop bucket trip.
This reminds me of some of those magic mushrooms I found in the woods a couple years ago, if that's the case.
Nier finds that scenario unlikely.
Plot twist. All right. What do we want to do? I mean, I just asked another big guy a question, and there's quite a few of them outside.
So, Neil, I'm looking through really the only sort of lore I've got that might including, well, I've got ancient history and I've got religion and I've got obscure knowledge and I've got local history. Can accessing any of those give me some information as to the nature of this? Which would be an appropriate role?
But you said obscure knowledge, ancient history, and local history?
I have the obscure knowledge trait. I have the local history proficiency, as well as the religion proficiency and the ancient history proficiency.
Yeah, give me an
one of your
ancient
gods.
history check.
Okay. So that's intelligence, I would assume.
Let's look it up. Doop, doop, doop. Ancient history is intelligence -1.
Oh, nice.
28 it.
Okay. You are definitely in the plane of shadow.
What do I know about that?
It's a demi-plane that kind of semi-borders the prime materia plane, meaning that it tends to have the same geographic shapes and kind of structures as the prime materia plane, but it's kind of on a slightly different level of existence. So while the things in the prime materia plane also exist in the shadow plane, the living creatures tend to not overlap, usually. Sometimes there can be some.
So these are probably not representations of townsfolk that we're fighting.
Probably not.
Okay.
Are
Dot, dot,
I mean,
probably.
is it like being in, a plane of hell or something? Are these things inherently evil? Is there any way to communicate with them? What would I know?
You wouldn't know anything about the denizens of the shadow plane. You would just know that it's one of those weird other dimensions that kind of slightly overlaps the prime materia.
All right. Do I know where huckleberries might be found locally?
Give me a local history check.
Okay. I'm assuming that's not with a -1. It's just
Oh.
local history.
Why don't you make it a D20 and we'll see what the skill is while I look it up.
All right. So I'll just add my int and then we can modify it. Woo! Hopefully it's
Local
no-
history is actually charisma.
Oh,
So 5 plus what's your charisma?
it's only 13.
No, you don't know anything about huckleberries around here.
Yo, Mr. Necessities, you're a bear.
Yep.
I'm thinking if anyone would know about local berries, both because it'd be what you would eat and because of the obvious pun, it would be you. Where might we find huckleberries or their analog in this shadow plane?
Mr. Necessities, would you make me a grub skill check, please?
Yes, I don't have a grub skill yet.
Please roll me 3d6 for grub skill.
If I can overhear this from the other room, I'm going to be like shouting from the other room, I don't think they're real.
Okay. Make me a grub skill check now, Mr. Necessities.
Okay.
And do record that grub skill on your character sheet.
Yep.
Nice. You are absolutely positive there are no huckleberries anywhere near Shenanigans. Is that your grub skill, Iwani?
Yes.
Nice. You can all go ahead and record a grub skill if you'd like. For those of you watching that don't know what grub skill is, it is the mythical stat, the best stat in the game, that deals with your perception and knowledge of food, as well as your enjoyment of food. The higher your grub skill, the more you can enjoy food and the more you know about it. The lower the grub skill, the more it really doesn't matter to you.
Actually, I really hope that I've got a high one. Let's see what I get. Average. Oh, well.
It's the most important stat in the game.
Yep. That's why my other character
has
died.
relevance for my plans.
My previous character only had 7 grub, so that's why he died.
Oh. All right.
Correlation is everything.
We're about our break, so let's take another break, and we'll see what happens now that the players are all upstairs and these shadow creatures are pulling themselves onto your ranks. See you guys in a few moments. Bye-bye.